So we do have two potential elimination games today with the 76ers against the Atlanta Hawks in Game 6 with a chance to be closed out, and the same goes for Utah against Los Angeles Clippers with a chance to be closed out. But we're going to be talking about Luka and, of course, Zion Williamson, because both of these players, are using some leverage to position themselves in the future of having, a better team around them currently, because well, the Mavericks have been in the playoffs these last couple of years. They are first round exits, and now there's going to be the expectation for them to make that jump and to start actually having good playoff runs, just not getting there and getting knocked out in the first round. Again, Luka and Zion, both great players, but there's obviously some concerns with them when it comes to physically, and you can also just mention that conditioning in general for both of them, because, well, Zion's not in the playoffs yet. Luka has been, and he has had a tendency to fade in the second half of these games because he's tired, so there's that. But when it comes to the Maverick situation, they fired their long GM. He was there for 20 years, Donnie. Luka was very fond of that, and this is just Mark Cuban using some leverage. But Luka could do the same thing by expressing his concerns and not being fond of that firing, because they'll make sure they get the right coach, because Rick Carlisle did step down. And yeah, they gotta make sure they get the right coach, keep him happy, because he will sign that rookie extension, because everyone does. It wouldn't surprise me if he left after that. And it's just the players and the owners, using leverage, negotiating. And it's good. I wouldn't worry about Luka leaving until, they're in 3 years of that rookie extension. And, if they're still getting knocked out in the playoffs early, then you get worried about him leaving. But yeah, he's gonna sign that extension. It's worth $200 million. Same thing's gonna go with Zion when he signs his eventually. And they also in another, similar situation, because they just fired Stan Van Gundy. You could say it's premature, but with the amount of talent on that team, they should not be 10 games under 500. If they miss the playoffs, okay, they lose in the play-in game, whatever, but they shouldn't be 10 games under 500. And they only got a chance to make the playoffs, so you could say it's an early firing, but they got to get it right, because if they don't, Zion will also leave after he signs his extension, a few years in. The good thing about both these players when they're going to sign these extensions is it allows the team to get some value back for them, because if they just outright said, no, I won't sign the extension, they become a free agent and they leave for nothing, then that is the worst case scenario. Them forcing a trade is the second worst case scenario, but if they do that, you get some value and maybe get another great player. I mean, the Pelicans, they were able to get some good pieces, and they got Zion after trading Anthony Davis, so you just gotta hope you get lucky when it comes to these situations. But when it comes to Pelicans, I'll be more concerned about Zion leaving, because they have, organizational problems, and they're still not there yet. I mean, New Orleans is a great sports city, but the way they're running things over there, it's obviously not right, because they lost Chris Paul, they lost Anthony Davis, and they got a chance of losing Zion in the future. So they got to really work on getting everything right when it comes to management and the coaching. They got to work on that. And you could say that Dallas is a lot more stable and secure as an organization compared to the Pelicans, because at least Dallas, they've been in the playoffs the last couple of years, and they won a championship 10 years ago, so at least they got a lot more going for them when it comes to stability. But I wouldn't worry too much about Zion and Luka leaving yet. They're still in the early stages of the career where they have to work on bettering themselves as players first. So when it comes to Zion, getting more reliable in that jump shot. When it comes to Luka, improving his conditioning, working on his free throws. So if you're a fan of either one of these teams, you don't have much to worry about yet. You gotta wait, a couple of more years till you really have to start worrying about whether or not they're going to leave, because they're simply not going to turn down that extension. I don't care how much money they can make in endorsements and off the court. It's gonna be $200 million, guaranteed, or in that ballpark. So they're not gonna leave, not yet. So you don't have to worry about the Lakers or the Knicks or the Celtics, whichever big market team, taking away one of your favorite small market players. They're good for now. For now, though, we'll see if the Lakers are in play, 3 or 4 years from now, from getting one of those guys. I'd hope so. I'd really like it, but I doubt it. I doubt that they're gonna make those same mistakes again, especially New Orleans. I doubt they are. But that's all I got. Y'all stay safe. I'm out. I'm going to watch these playoff games later. They should be on in like 20 minutes. And yeah.